Yeah, people who say I love you way too soon.
Crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah, crazy.
Like a weekend?
Yeah.
Like, and they genuinely mean it, you know that.
Nah,
So,
if they, especially if they genuinely mean
you
it. Especially if they genuinely mean it.
And then what you saying?
Alright.
Alright?
You want to sit over
What
there?
you say?
And I can move the.
You saying alright?
I just moved the thing from over there, so I could just sit in the seat and you sit on top.
Nah, cause like, especially if they mean it after only a week of dating, if they mean I love you, like, bro.
What about a month?
It depends. How old are you?
You're like the same age you are now.
That's a little too early.
Too early, a month? So they say it in a month, you're like.
I say at
Alright.
least like
Where?
2-3 months, maybe.
So if it's in the first month, what are you saying if you don't feel that same way?
I'm be like, I'll tell her that. I'll be like, I don't know yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
You'll
I'll
say
let
that?
you know.
Isn't that like
No,
hella
yeah.
like, damn?
Well, no, because it's
I
better
wouldn't
than
say
to do that than to say it and not mean it, you know?
What?
That's crazy because I've always been told like if you hear it then like it's better
Want me to flip it on
because
the
then it'll
other
just
side?
start an argument. What do you say?
Let's see.
What? If they say I love you?
Yeah.
I feel like saying I love you too early is a red flag.
Yeah.
If they mean it though,
Even if they mean it, that's a red flag. Why are you getting so attached?
they say it after a month. They say it after a month, but you don't feel the same way.
I mean, there's been times where I felt the same way too.
But
So
in this specific example, you don't. You say,
Yeah.
what are you gonna say back?
I'd be like,
Thank you.
yeah, I'd probably be on along the
Oh.
lines of that. Like, thank you,
That's- Damn.
but like, you gotta slow down.
Yeah.
What y'all doing? What y'all saying?
I mean the same thing because I'll
Thank
just
you.
talk with them. I mean, because what else you supposed to say? You know, I would just be like, hey, you taking it a tad bit too fast. Not even a tad bit. You taking it entirely too fast. Calm that down.
I think I just ignore it, right?
No.
Yo, what?
I just be like,
Because at
I'm like,
that
what'd you
point,
say?
it could become obsessive.
Yeah.
But then what
yeah,
if you
that's
just like
when
act like you didn't hear it? Then they'll be like, oh, no one has to deal with the embarrassment of like saying, oh, well, I don't feel that way about you. You know, because then that would can feel worse.
Yeah, if you ignore them though, but like that's how you get your
Not
time
ignore.
slashed and just
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel
No,
like
not
it's
like
a-
over
Cars
text.
flipped
You guys
over,
are talking.
shit.
What if they said and then you just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, what'd you say? And then they won't say it again, right? Because they wouldn't say it twice. Come on.
That might be a good strategy.
What?
You see?
To be like, oh, I didn't hear you. Well, not to say I didn't hear you, but like be like, what you act like you didn't hear them.
That's a
I was
good
just
way to
also-
get your
Like
ass
you didn't
beat.
see them.
Wait,
Because if you
they-
heard everything else they said, but when they said I love you, you'd be like, oh, what did you say?
They're gonna get. Yeah, they're gonna.
You
get
gotta
mad.
at least act like you can't just be like while they're talking. It's like, oh, what did you say? You gotta. Yeah. I got distracted.
They said that in person. Oh my god. That'd be wild.
Looking directly at them, like, bro, I know for a fact you heard what I said.
Yeah, I feel like the only way you would be able to achieve that is if you already know that they were gonna say it, so you could prepare beforehand to get like your story ready. But there's no way you're gonna know beforehand that they're gonna say it. So
How wouldn't you like? That's like a lead
if it's
up
their
thing.
first time saying it,
So they're just like, oh, you want to go
and they
get
say
chicken
it
later? I love
a
you.
week after like knowing you, after dating you,
I mean, yeah, you
you're
wouldn't
not gonna
it.
expect
Yeah,
that.
That is true. But the conversation should be leading up to that. Right? They should be like, man, you're so nice to me. You freaking do this. And then they say, you know, they don't. Oh, let's go
Like, you're
outside.
really great.
I love you. Like, dang. It's like, oh, shoot, I didn't hear you.
I mean, they might not be like, oh, let's go outside, I love you, but they may be like, hey, let's go outside. You get outside and then be like, I love you. And then it's like, at that point, what do you do?
And
What'd you say?
you can't. Yeah, you can't say that. Then they really brought you to a point to say that.
Just stare them down.
Just,
And,
like,
and you're
fall.
gonna think, oh, we
Yeah.
going outside
Yeah.
to go outside, but then you're like, oh, shit.
Got ambushed.
It's like, oh, shoot, someone calling me.
Yeah, just
could you do
fall
that?
or something.
Oh, just fall, just
Break their ankles. Run away.
I can't let you get
No,
close.
that's a solid plan, Vinny. That's a solid plan.
Just run.
Run away.
Break their ankles. That's an important step.
Mm-hmm.
What if they're
First.
faster than you?
Do a spin move on them and then go.
They're like, I said I love you.
If they're faster than me with broken ankles, I'm scared. And at that point, I have to say I love you back.
So you'll say it. Dang,
They're
okay,
mad-
you'll
yeah,
lie
they're
to them.
mad.
So
What can you
manipulative.
do?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you saying?
I would say like, what else could you have to be like? Okay, I'm flattered, but you're going too fast. Like just
Oh,
say
like
it that way.
compliment. I heard of that. It's like a piece and a something else. appease and affirm, I think, where you compliment before you give something bad news.
Mhm.
But
I like your shoes, but you're.
I actually like that answer. That probably is the best way for
What?
real. Like if you don't feel the same way,
What? Oh,
He's
what
like-
Like
you
you
say?
try to just
Yeah.
like slow it, slow it down.
instead of
Okay,
being
that's
like,
flattering, but like,
Mm-hmm.
slow down a little bit.
Calm it down.
Mm-hmm.
Take it easy.
so what if it was in reverse and you feel very emotional about someone and you're like, you tell them, and then they're like, they don't answer the question. They're like, oh yeah, they like answer
I love
whatever
you.
you guys were talking about, yeah,
You played yourself.
but they don't answer that.
Oh, me, I'm gonna address it.
They're like, oh, you
I'm
didn't answer
gonna
the
address it.
You're gonna be like, you didn't answer the question or what?
Yeah, like he could even attest to it. I would be like, hey, I literally just said this.
They're like, oh, I didn't hear you.
You're not gonna respond. Like,
Say it
I'm
again.
going to
For real?
address it.
You'll say it again if they say they couldn't hear you.
If they said they couldn't hear me, yeah, I'm gonna get my answer. I'm
You're
gonna
getting
get
it
my
at
answer.
that point. You're not even gonna wait till the next day. Type.
No,
What if they ask you for the next day?
Like you asked me.
Yeah, like can
tomorrow.
I give me like can I sleep on it or something?
Dang.
sleep on it.
That's gonna make you feel some type of way though, cause it's like,
Well, it's
You
like
don't know
No,
about
because like the way I am, I'ma still press through. Cause like I question. So it's like they're like, oh, can I sleep on it? And I'll be like, okay, why do you feel the need you have to sleep on it? What
Dang.
exactly is stopping you from answering the question right now?
Yeah,
What's-
then you get
yeah.
like all.
you'll know, right? Like
You
if someone says,
cry.
"Let me sleep on it," I'm like, dang, they don't feel the same way, right?
yeah,
Or they
you
would've
just
said it.
assume that.
Nah,
yeah.
cause like me, I want somebody to just say it straightforward. So I'm going to get my answer. Regardless. If you don't love me, okay, fine. But tell it to me.
Bro, are this like a bunch of spider webs over here or something?
Don't fucking say that, please. Terrifying.
I feel it. I literally feel the
Oh,
webs.
through my arms.
Oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
Ah, man. They're on these glasses.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So, if it's in reverse, you just pressure until you gaslight them to answer. I joke. No, you'll get your answer though. You'll push for it.
Yeah, I believe in talking things through. So it's like, I want an answer. Or like a legitimate reason as to why you cannot give an answer.
What if they're like, I just really don't know right now, so I want to answer it tomorrow.
And I'd be like, okay, fine. I'll let you like sleep on it and stuff. But I want an actual, either a straight answer or a reason for why you cannot give a straight answer.
All right.
I
So
feel
they say
like
they don't
that's
feel
reasonable.
They're like, I don't feel comfortable answering right now, and then like they never bring it up again.
Well, they don't gotta bring it up because I will.
Dang. Okay. All right. You. If you don't know it, we'll go to Chris.
Yeah, go to Christian.
If I say it and they're like,
You're just gonna go this way.
okay. If I say it and they what?
They just you say you love them, and they're like, oh, what'd you say?
Oh, I'm gonna say, never mind.
Dang. Okay.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
He
You
would.
know,
Would not
that's
be
true.
able.
Cause like, bro, I feel like if you re-mention it, that takes
It's
like a lot.
awkward.
Yeah. Cause
Because you already built up like the whole courage. But
at that point, like, I'm not even gonna want to say it anymore, right?
Mhm.
He's like,
Nah.
nah, it wasn't the
I'll
right
be
I
time.
would
mad
get
at that
irritated.
point.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
I
I'd be
said,
like,
I
I
love
said-
you, dipshit.
yeah,
I know you heard me.
Dang. For,
Yeah. Like, no, like, here I am trying to build up the courage, and then you gonna say that shit?
Because
Nah,
if you ignore me,
Nah.
that'll piss
I'm
me
yelling
off.
it the next time.
dang. What was the other one? Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. That's too reasonable. I forgot. It has to be not reasonable. What about you?
What?
They say, you say it to them,
Mm-hmm.
and they say they couldn't hear you. Are you bringing it back up?
Yeah, I'm bringing it back up
Really?
immediately. Yeah.
I mean, they,
Yeah.
oh,
What'd you
shit.
say? No, I
Let
said I love
them
you.
know. I'm a yeah.
It's like, no, what did you say? No, I said I love you. It's just how many other times it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if they say they don't feel comfortable answering you right now,
Then I move on.
oh, so you just that's it?
I mean, or just distance myself kind of for a bit until they can answer it, or just move on to someone else.
So you see what I mean? You like take that as a no. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I agree with that, right? If someone says that they need to sleep on it, that means they don't feel the same way. Like, they didn't have to think about it.
I mean, honestly, even if they don't feel the same time you feel that way, that shouldn't mean the end of a relationship, you know?
It shouldn't.
Because it's like, you can still like somebody, but not be at that point where you love them.
Yeah.
And just because you love them doesn't mean that they have to automatically love you at the same time. You know,
Right.
sometimes that's something that has to be, like, built up.
Okay, so they say, let me sleep on it. You're like, okay, that's reasonable. And you're like, why do you need to sleep on it? It's like, oh, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable answering that question right now. The next day, they just like, oh, yeah, I love you.
Well, it wouldn't work like that in the first place because I wouldn't feel comfortable answering that question. I would be like, why? I would have got my answer before the next day.
Oh, wait, what? I thought you said you would let them go if they explain
Like,
to
if they give me, like, a legitimate reason, they'd be like, okay, you know, like, this is a lot for me to take in right now. Can you let me just breathe on it, you know, sleep on it and stuff like that? And next day, I would let them do that. But if they're just like, I don't feel comfortable answering it right now, that's not a good enough answer for me.
you. Okay, so if it was reasonable enough for you to wait, and then the next day, they just say, yeah, they just like, oh, yeah, I love you.
I'd be like, why?
Dang, okay. And they hit you with I just, you know why I like you.
You know,
Really,
though.
though.
You know.
You're like, you just funny, and I like hanging around with you. And, like, we going out or not?
That's it.
They're like, I can't think. I don't feel comfortable telling you why.
No,
Right now.
'cause
Can I sleep
I
on
would
it?
want
sleep on
legitimate
this one,
reasons.
okay?
I'd say
Continue.
why. I would want legitimate reasons.
Okay. All right. What about you?
I said my reason.
Wait, you said that you were pressured. Like, you're like, no, I need you to tell me, right?
No, like I get mad. Like you do that shit where you're like, oh, I didn't hear you. No,
So you're just not going to say it again?
I'm saying it again. Like I said, I love you, dipshit. You heard me the first
And
time.
they
Why
said-
are you trying to like?
Oh, man, I just don't really feel like, I don't know if I can answer right now.
Like, oh, it's hot in here.
No, 'cause that's
I gotta go.
I gotta go. Yeah.
Oh, they're like, oh, yeah, I love you. Yeah.
My cat's outside.
They say
no.
that.
I'm telling you to call
No.
me or some shit.
The other-
You're like, oh, shoot, hold on. Dang, someone's about to call me in 5 minutes. So I gotta prepare mentally for this conversation that I'm about to have. But if they say it and you know they don't mean it, like, what is that? You're just gonna ask the same question, like, why? Or are you just gonna be done with
No,
it
I'm
by
gonna
then?
ask why,
Okay.
just so I know for sure if they meant it or not.
And even if they didn't mean it, and I would be like, okay,
Well, why did you say it?
yeah,
even if
why
you
did
didn't?
you feel the need to say it when you
Right.
actually didn't? What was the reason for that? What was the point?
People can actually feel pressured into saying it, though, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like, people,
Definitely.
they don't want to freaking lose someone. Like you said,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
I mean,
actually
if
have
that's
to.
their reason for saying it, I would just tell them like, hey, you know, I'm not pressuring you into saying it at the same time as me. I'm letting you know how I feel.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't feel the same way, just tell me. Don't try to do the runaround and everything like
So
that.
I don't love you yet. Just wait. Just wait.
That's crazy, right?
But
Like,
that could work.
you're gonna
If you
have
be
to
like,
wait.
I don't love you yet, it hasn't been enough time for me to love you yet.
But how would you? I would feel crappy. I was like, dang. I mean, they can just dip out, and I'm gonna be the one that's freaking like that.
I mean, if you think of it like that.
because then you'd be like, all right, they're good with me. They're fine.
Your
'Cause
answer?
later on, they'll be on the same level as you.
They may.
Yeah, they may. But that's like, it's a 50-50 thing. It's like, it's got negative and positive outlook.
I feel like if
Your
you
answer.
already agree to date, you already come with that understanding that at some point you might end up loving that person.
Right.
That's
But you
something
end up-
that just comes with it for the most part.
Would you ask
That's
them
true.
why they don't love you if they say that they don't feel that way at the time?
No, I'm not that desperate.
No, yeah, I love you a little too much.
Okay.
Why don't you love
Yeah. Why?
The reason why they don't love me does not concern me at all.
Tell
If you
me
don't,
now.
you don't. I don't need to know why.
This is one I thought